Hi everyone. There's a movement around the world called BDS, Boycott, Divest, Sanction. Now what's it about? Is it about making peace? Is it about a two-state solution? Is it about bringing and recognizing the rights of the Palestinians and the rights of the Jewish people? It's not. It's about freeing Palestine from the river to the sea. And what does that mean, from the river to the sea? That means from the Jordanian River until the Mediterranean Sea. That basically means the end of the Jewish people, the end of Israel. That's what they're calling for, the destruction of the Jewish people, of more than 6.5 million people that live in Israel. So when you hear BDS, it's not about a civil rights movement, it's not about a human rights movement, it's about a movement to destroy the Jewish people in the land of Israel. So don't be tricked when you hear people saying BDS is a rights movement. It's about people helping people. It's not. The truth of the matter is, if people want to really understand what's really going on in Israel, I invite them to come to Israel and learn about Israel themselves. I myself am an Israeli who grew up in America, and I heard many, many terrible things about Israel growing up, about how Israel is a genocide state, and Israel's a Nazi state, and Israel's a state that wants to destroy the Arabs. Well, guess what? I've been in Israel now for more than 2 years, and I've seen the Arabs in Israel, and they're not being destroyed. They have wonderful jobs, and they're doctors, and they're lawyers, and they're writers, and they're journalists, and they're doing wonderful things in Israel. There's a great deal of rights for the Arabs in Israel. In fact, I'm now making a special documentary, a special web series, visiting Arab communities in Israel, and showing what's really happening in Israel. So when you hear about BDS, it's not about a movement that helps people, just the opposite. BDS has hurt many, many Palestinians, many Israeli Arabs. It's hurt many types of people with their businesses. And the whole point of BDS is not to make peace. It's to destroy love and compassion between two peoples, between the Jewish people and the Arab people. We are descended from the same father, Ibrahim, Avraham. And as cousins, we have to come together, not through war, and not through rhetoric, and not through terrible types of falsehoods, and not through lies, but to understand that we both are descended from the same father. Now that being the case, we have to get rid of this lie called BDS. And when you see college campus people, kids, chanting for destruction of the Jewish state, that's not in the way of peace. That's not the way of Gandhi or Martin Luther King. That's not the way of Moses. That's not the way of any religious leader. Religious leaders want to bring people together, not to separate them. The Jewish nation also deserves a Jewish homeland. So when you think about BDS, what you're really supporting is not a movement of peace. It's a movement of lies, of cynicism, and outright deception. It's taking the good heart of people and turning it upside down. It's using trigger words like colonialism, like apartheid, like human rights. And I know very well, because as a political scientist, I have written about these things. I've written about how people use trigger words to try to manipulate people. Don't be tricked by these things. Come to Israel, see for yourself, and you'll see the wonderful rights the Arabs have here. And you'll see how people, both Arabs and Jews, try to make Israel into a wonderful place. See for yourself. Don't believe what the media says. Shabbat Shalom.